I'm Shaughnessy Dusling of eXp Realty, and this is the story of 10 Little Harbor Road, Mount Sinai. In 1907, the phrase, "Oh, if these walls could talk, the stories they'd tell," was coined. Predating that, this house I'm standing in front of was built prior to 1750. Can you imagine all of the history and all of the stories that are hiding within these walls? It's not often that I get to list a home with a history that's so robust and so wildly rare that I felt it was so important to share the story with the world. And who better to share it than the owners, who rescued it from its impending doom and destruction by picking it up and moving it right across Long Island.
Charlene's family has been connected to the historic home community on Long Island for decades.
In 1985, the house was in deplorable condition and was going to be given away to be burned down. And that's when the Apsels fell in love with it.
We were looking for a post and beam house. Charlene grew up in a post and beam house.
You know, old houses, the structures are very strong.
We heard about it. We approached the owner and said, "Can we have the house?" So we signed a bill of sale for $10 for a derelict house.
Historians have not been able to pinpoint exactly when this home was built, but they believe it was before 1750. Over its lifetime, the house was modified, adding a second story and additional wings to the house.
George Washington's spy master, Benjamin Talmadge, who was born and raised in Setauket, we believe spent the night in this house in Yaphank. And then the next day they went on a raid of a British fort in Shirley.
This is when we took apart the walls. This is stuff we found in the walls. So old medicine bottles, and this is just like a little pewter lamp.
It's a sconce.
Yeah, it can be a sconce or you can use it as a candlestick.
Over its hundreds of years, the house passed hands from generation to generation.
To move it, we cleaned out the inside. And then what they do is they cut around the bottom floors and then they slide metal beams under the house and jack them up, and then they put tires on the metal beams to get ready to move the house.
They basically turned the house into a trailer.
We were both at work, so we weren't here the day that they slid it off the beams and onto the foundation. I think that would have been really kind of scary to watch.
Now is your chance to own a piece of incredible Long Island history. This spectacular location on Little Harbor Road in Mount Sinai is one of the most cherished and demanded blocks in the town. It's a short stroll from the harbor with breathtaking views, minutes away from the popular Cedar Beach. I hope you come to visit and feel the magic and the story that's been within these walls. And I think that this house is ready to keep your secrets too.